Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Why Teacher. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you 3 fun activities that you can do with your children to help them build a strong argument, develop the respect for evidence, and learn the skills to promote effective communication. The first activity that you can do with your children involves visuals. So if you put up a picture in front of your children and ask them to interpret what they think is happening in the picture, it takes away the pressure of looking for something factual. So children are going to write down what they think is happening in the picture. And in a lot of ways, it pushes them to look for details. It involves their observation skills. And once they are done writing down, they have to prove why they thought something was happening in the picture. This is a fun way of children justifying their arguments based on evidence. So for example, if a child thought that the picture was taken at sunset, they have to look at the details in the picture and prove that that is the reason why they think it's so. So in a very light-hearted manner, in a very easygoing manner, you're actually teaching your children to have respect for evidence and to always have a reason, for stating a claim or for drawing any kind of a conclusion. Second activity that you can do with your children is what we call the fishbowl activity. In this activity, you need to set up your classroom. So you could have an inner circle of chairs surrounded by an outer circle of chairs. Now, the inner circle of chairs is to accommodate an intimate group of children in your classroom who are going to be having a discussion about anything that you give them as a topic. For example, they might be analyzing a character in a story. So while these children are having this discussion, you place the rest of the class, which is a set of students, on the outer circle of chairs, and their job primarily is to monitor the discussion quietly. So they take down notes on whether the children were listening to each other, whether they were having a discussion based on evidence, was it opinion based, was it factual based, and the kind of tone that they engage towards having a discussion with each other. Just doing this in a very conscious manner makes them aware of the importance of evidence and the importance of listening to other perspectives. So again, the fishbowl activity is something that promotes analytical thinking, but analytical thinking with positive communication skills. The third activity that you can do with your children is, of course, having a debate. So set up posters inside your classroom that state strongly agree, strongly disagree, somewhat agree, or somewhat disagree, and ask children to naturally flow towards the stance which represents their ideas best. Once the children have formed their groups, they will start having a discussion. The important thing there, of course, is that you either record that session for the children, or you're the person, the teacher, who can write down on the board the different ideas that children are putting forth, and there is evidence of what was said through the debate. Once the debate is over, after a set time, for example, you might say this debate is going to be for 5 to 7 minutes. Once that time is over, ask children to go back and sit down in their places and, go over the different points that they have given through the debate and ask them to evaluate the debate. So do they think it was a good debate or an inconclusive debate, depending on, what evidence you have now on the board or through a recorded session. So again, this is another activity that helps them focus on the need to respect evidence in an argument. It pushes them to look at their communication skills, their power of persuasion through words, their choice of words, through the whole discussion. So debates are, again, a fantastic way of giving children a platform to express themselves, but express themselves with, a purpose. So as you must have noticed, in all of these 3 activities, the teacher's role is merely that of a facilitator. It is the children who are involved in the thinking process. It's the children who are interpreting information. It is the children who are validating their stances. It is the children who are looking for evidence. So when you provide this kind of a conducive environment for children to exercise their rights as learners, true learning and rewarding learning happens. So critical thinking is really about creating that environment for children where they are able to freely express their views and learn the skills to listen to other perspectives. And at the core of it all, evidence is what they need to respect. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Please do give your feedback, and I'll see you next time. Allah Hafiz.